Speaking of highly renowned aspects of Japanese culture, manga is a prominent one. You may be familiar with titles like One Piece, Attack on Titan, and Naruto. Japanese manga culture traces its origins back to about 800 years ago. It all began when Buddhist monks started creating illustrated narratives with a religious background. They depicted social satire using animal characters in works like Chōjū-jinbutsu-giga and portrayed the life of saints through images and words in Goe-den. We are currently deciphering the Goe-den created 800 years ago. This process of deciphering involves explaining the content and philosophy of narrative images, known as setsumon, which serve to spread Buddhism in Japan. The integration of visual storytelling and narration in these images was particularly essential for people who couldn't read. Among these, we are deciphering the life of Shinran Shonin. Shinran Shonin is one of Japan's most famous figures, known for his significant influence on Japanese culture, and being the founder of the largest sect of Japanese Buddhism. He was born 850 years ago, and his teachings still have a considerable following in Japan. Shinran Shonin's life is depicted through 4 hanging scrolls. This 5-minute video aims to provide a glimpse of his story. In the first scroll, it portrays Shinran Shonin's separation from his father at the age of 4, his mother's passing when he was 8, and his eventual decision to become a monk in the midst of a society marked by famine, epidemics, and frequent samurai conflicts. Although he sought ordination from the monk Jin at Mate High Enryakuji Temple, he was initially denied, because one had to be 15 years old to become a monk. Shinran Shonin's determination moved Jin, and he was granted ordination out of compassion. However, Shinran Shonin spent 20 years at Mate High Enryakuji Temple, struggling to achieve his purpose. At the age of 29, he left the temple and made a vow to visit the Rakakudo Temple in Kyoto for 100 days. On the 95th day, he had a vision of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, who told him that he should live as an ordinary person and break the precepts if necessary, to bring the Buddha's way into the lives of common people. She offered to be his wife and guide him to the Pure Land. This guidance led Shinran Shonin to become a disciple of Hinnen, a follower of the Jōdo-shu sect, who preached the message that Namu Amida Butsu, homage to Amida Buddha, could save everyone, regardless of their status or actions. In the second scroll, we see Shinran Shonin under Hinnen's guidance, learning and teaching with great enthusiasm. However, he realized that even Hinnen's followers and disciples didn't fully understand his teachings. The third scroll depicts the misunderstandings surrounding Hinnen's teachings, where some misinterpreted the message of universal salvation to commit crimes, leading to criticism and suppression of Hinnen's sect by other Buddhist schools. Unjust trials resulted in the execution of Shinran Shonin's 4 brothers, and the exile of both Hinnen and Shinran Shonin to distant places. Upon learning of Hinnen's death after his release, Shinran Shonin lost his purpose and moved to the Kanto region. There, he wrote Kagyo Shinsho, teaching practice, faith, and enlightenment to clarify Hinnen's teachings and spread his message. Despite opposition from rival sects, Shinran Shonin's teachings gained widespread support. He continued to attract followers, although some tried to assassinate him. The leader of the assailants, Benin, had a change of heart upon meeting Shinran Shonin and became his disciple. At the age of 62, Shinran Shonin returned to Kyoto, but his Kanto followers continued to visit him. His teachings revolved around reliance on Amida Buddha through the recitation of Namu Amida Butsu to be reborn in the Pure Land. At the age of 90, Shinran Shonin focused on encouraging others to rely solely on Amida Buddha. He passed away while repeating Namu Amida Butsu until his last breath, surrounded by his many disciples and people of various backgrounds, who respected his teaching. His remains are now enshrined at the Honganji Temple, known as Eastern Honganji, in Kyoto, the largest wooden structure in the world, similar to the Mecca of Islam. Many people, regardless of their religious beliefs, visit this temple. When you visit Kyoto, a city steeped in ancient Japanese culture and a major tourist attraction, I hope you consider visiting Hongenji Temple. Thank you for watching. Arigato, thank you.